Before I started losing weight, I was around 335 pounds. Right now I weigh 220. I haven't even left for boot camp yet, and I'm proud of what I'm part of. Growing up, I was always really involved in church, and then probably around 17, 18, I kind of stopped going and falling out of it. I started working a part-time job, and other than that, I wasn't doing anything in my life. I would go to work and come home and play games. If I didn't have work, then I'd probably do nothing but play games. It was really easy for me to just kind of forget about the rest of the world. Maybe I'd have a friend with me sitting next to me, but he was doing the exact same thing. A lot of the mindless eating where you're just bored and you have nothing better to do. You get the large tater tots and double cheeseburger, soda to go with it. Part of the reason I didn't go to church is because I kind of just looked at it as time invading into the stuff that I wanted to do. I did one thing in my life, play video games, so I felt like it was something I should have been the best at. I was sitting at home thinking to myself that in 5 or 6 months I'm going to be 20 years old living in my parents' house. I don't have a job that leads to a long-term career. It just kind of hit me then that that's whenever it was time to finally start preparing myself for what I always wanted to do. So my brother-in-law is one of the people that I've looked up to as a spiritual leader. That's a couple years ago, he came up to me. He said, "Find what you need to do and do it with excellence." Ever since then, it's something I've always kind of kept in the back of my head. You know, I need to find out what God's plan for me is, and I need to put forth, 110% effort in making sure I do it as good as I can. The first step was cutting out everything in my liquid diet except for water and maybe some unsweet tea and black coffee. I started on the treadmill because I was too embarrassed to be seen running outside. So I got to where I could run 3 miles on the treadmill is whenever I moved to jogging outside. I lost about 30 pounds just cutting that out. What all Marines are whenever they come out of boot camp, I hope to be proud and more confident and stronger mentally, physically. It's not very hard to figure out what the Lord wants you to do. It's just a matter of getting up and doing it.